What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Watch and Cut channel. Today we're gonna do an unboxing, like unboxing style, because my good buddy Dirk sent me all my gear back, but then he put some extra stuff in there, and there's one he didn't keep a secret we talked about prior. That's in here. That's extremely special, actually. It's a knife I've always wanted. I don't want to make a big old thing about it, but there's a maker by the name of Stan Wilson. He makes a model called the non-flipper flipper. And yes, Dirk recently actually got one of these. So, I think he said there's a couple other knives for me to keep in here or something like that. I know there's his knife, his Orion knife I'm going to sharpen for him. And so I figured we just unbox it, because there's probably some stuff in here you may or may have not seen yet, because I haven't really done a lot of unboxing videos. By the way, in case you were wondering what this is a Gerber tire iron. Man, this thing is, yeah, it's definitely interesting. It was on sale for $10 at Blade HQ, so I threw it in when I bought something else there. And I don't know what to really say about it other than it's there it is. So yeah, that's what we decided to use as our tool. Let's see what we got here. Some bags. It's probably one of my box bags. I flipped it upside down because all my information is on the front side, so I figured this was an easy way to avoid showing all my address and stuff. All right, so there is Dirk's Orion knives, Aries. I did a video on these recently. Actually, I did a video on mine recently. I have an OD green one, and kind of really liked it. I almost want to say I kind of feel like I want to rave about it. But there was one thing, one little shortcoming was that, yeah, his edge was just like mine. There's really nothing much going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen it for Dirk. So that's Dirk's knife here, and this knife is designed by David over at the Blade Banter channel. Go check him out. Also go check out Orion knives. These are a really good deal. They're like $89, and they have that cool pivot button lock release, which is neat. So yeah, that's what that is. This one here is one of mine. So this one I think I did do a video on. This is my Spartan Harsey. You can take a look here. Yeah, this one has a Chad Nichols Damascus. It's got this green anodization, and it is the sound wave pattern. It's pretty cool, man. I've wanted one of these for years, and I don't know. I was really close with the Plague Doctor, but I don't know. I could never pull the trigger until finally I saw this one. And since green is my favorite color, there you go. It's obvious that when I saw a crazy green one that I was going to buy it. So there it is. Let's move on here. Oh, yes. So this, I really want to do a good video on. This is one of the newer ZT knives. This one is the ZT 0545. I actually bought this months ago. I really like it. I really wanted to do a good detailed review on it because it's kind of like a bug out killer. This thing is sweet. So another highlight, you know, everybody loves the good old MagnaCut. So it's a MagnaCut ZT titanium carbon fiber, really lightweight, and with a bunch of other really cool little neat features like finger placement spots and deep carry clip. I could do without, but it's fine. And just a really nice blade to handle ratio. And this knife weighs nearly absolutely nothing. It runs on KVT ball bearings. Pretty sweet. So yeah, I'll do a video on that one in the future because ZT deserves some love on that one. This is a 8015 80-15, sorry. 80-20, 2.5. God, I miss my 80-15. 80-20, 2.5 cub. This thing's pretty sweet. I really like this knife. They cut really, really well. And it's in this smoked Ultim. And it features that shark lock. This is one of their overseas made ones, I believe. All the 2.5 variants are. But they're all QC'd by the boys themselves before they go out. So pretty cool. Hope I'm not mistaken on that, but maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I'm pretty sure those are overseas. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, these are my Skeleton blade works. So this is Jim Skeleton's, one of his newer folding knives. This is the Hellfire. So it features a compound grind blade, kind of like a, you know, almost looks like a chef's knife. But yeah, a little more evil, if you will. Nice smooth inserts and stuff like that. But me and Dirk are good buddies with Jim, so I figured he'd kind of want to check this out. This one right here, oh yeah, this is something I actually was carrying a lot. Damn, man, I've got a lot of cool stuff I haven't done videos on yet. This is kind of the reason why I am doing this little unboxing. You guys can see some of the new stuff that's going to come. And I'm thinking about maybe going back to doing some edited videos with some fancy editing. This is the Shortcut by Grant and Gavin Hawk. Yeah, cool knife. A lot of really neat little features. Kind of strange, but I like strange stuff, so there you go. Let's see here. Oh yes, this was I got some Dirk swag. Man, it's a good thing I unboxed these knives, because if I'm serving right, I think this is my Guri. Is it? Or is this one of the knives that he sent? Let's see. I didn't even read the box. Yeah, this is my Guri. So this was a really pleasant surprise. I didn't even know this was coming until it was already out. But I'm a huge Jason Guri fan. This is based on his Ranger, his large model. But I do have a custom Scout that I absolutely love. And when this came out, I bought it because I wanted to support the guy. He's just a really cool knife maker out of South Africa. And We Knives kind of like knocked it out of the park, really. I mean, just to be honest with you, this thing is great. I could do without the front flipper. It's got thumb studs. That's how this knife's supposed to be open and closed. I don't know why he agreed to have that on there, or if he even knew or what, but one little design like boo-boo for me. It's not a bad thing, but I don't know. It's just not... wasn't needed, you know. So yeah, let's move right along. This is the 50th anniversary Kershaw tilt. I did a video on this, guys. Go check it out. You know, I don't want to drag on too much, but yeah, the tilt is an awesome knife. Let's see if this is something I haven't shown on film yet. I think this one is, yes. So this is cool, man. I know it's late because we're already about to do Christmas. I bought this right around Halloween. And this is a little, tiny little mini Microtech Hera in mummy wrap. So this will be my knife next year for Halloween. I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. And I gotta say, the action on these new Microtechs are really good, man. Way better than in the past. So, yeah. Microtech Hera Mini in mummy wrap. There's three, actually I've seen, well, three variances of this particular knife. They had an orange one with jack-o'-lanterns, they had a purple one with bats, and I saw some other store had a silver one with jack-o'-lanterns. So it was the same one, but without all the orange on it. I guess for the people who like the plain Jane stuff, you know? What else we got here? Oh, there's stuff in here. Some padding. Oh yeah, that's the ZT tag. I definitely want that. What else we got here? Oh, and this is the other Jim Skeleton one. This knife is probably my favorite out of all his folding knives. There is a new one. His new Hellraiser is going to be awesome. I saw videos of it. I will be buying that as well. But this is the Scaphoid. And I have a custom fixed blade version of this that he made for me in a full like G-Shock thing, kind of Tron theme that him and I kind of came up with, and he actually kind of came up with. Yeah, it's a long story. But yeah, the beloved G-Shock Tron has a matching custom fixed blade to go with it, which is pretty cool. So that's what all this is. And let's see what's rolled up in here. Oh shit, this is oh no, Dirk, no you didn't. Oh my god. That is freaking hilarious. Okay guys, so I guess I got both of my grails in one box. I don't know if any of you know what exactly this is, but man, I'm like cracking up right now. Fuck, it's actually pretty nicely made. Oh my god. Okay, so early in my knife collecting, there's two knives that I was really attracted to. And I gotta say it's borderline novelty, but the Rad Cleaver was one of those. Colin is an awesome knife maker. I mean, talk about a really talented dude. The guy makes his own steel, his own Damascus, his own pretty much everything. And it's been my dream to own a Rad Cleaver. Very expensive. He's not the kind of guy that makes knives, you know, very often for everybody. I don't know. There was just something about this Rad Cleaver that was just, oh my God, so cool. So Dirk, this is not a Rad Cleaver, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. This is a knockoff, a very good knockoff. I know about it because he's talked to me about it before. I don't even know what to do right now. It's like me and Colin. So actually, Rad Knives, Colin, kind of like fell out of the scene for a while, and now he's back. He started posting again. I messaged him right away, and yes, he's making knives again. So I'm really excited about that. Try to talk him into doing like a cleaver, but I don't think that's going to happen. So that's fine. Maybe I'll find one on the secondary market. But I definitely want to try to get one of Colin's other knives at some point in time, just because I really admire his knife artwork, I guess, if you will. So this kind of cracks me up. Yeah. God. Yes, so maybe one day I will get a Rad Cleaver. You know what's ironic too is at one point in time I owned a knockoff of the Shapeshifter, and years later I ended up actually ordering the custom. And I didn't buy a knockoff because I knew what it was. It was literally a weird little cheap $15 Amazon knife that looked kind of cool. And I'm like, what in the world is this, right? So I went ahead and bought it just to have as like a cheap knife for my work desk. And I like the mechanism so much I ended up buying the real deal. Here's my light beam, my little torch, if you will. This is the tactile turn Apollo. This is their new flashlight, and this is the X-Tone version. X-Tone version will come with this glow-in-the-dark button right here. Green screws. It's got this tone of kind of like X-Fighter, I guess, from Star Wars, this gray color. And the milling lines that you get on their typical flashlights or pen are not on this version. So this one's kind of nice and smooth. All right, man. Well, this has been interesting. This one's mine as well. This is by far my favorite fixed blade. I sent it to Dirk, forgetting I already sent it to him. I think he already did a video on this thing. This is the Aaron Goff Resolute. Yeah, man, this thing's so cool. It's a custom fixed blade that he makes. He does the heat treat, everything himself. He's a knife maker, I believe, out of Canada, if I remember right. I talked to him a few times. A really good dude. So yeah, that's what that is. Now this is probably what the attraction is going to be all about. So I think I know what's in this pouch. So there are 2 grails that I currently want to add to my collection. And after that, I literally could care less what I own. Honestly, like I just have 2 knives, right? There might be a third one back of my mind on my list, but honestly, like these are the main 2. So when people talk about grail status, it's going to be a knife that's going to either be really difficult for you to be able to afford or to find. So these are really expensive and they're really rare in the legit configuration, the rad cleaver. The other one is the one that he told me he was going to be sending me. And there it is. This is the real deal grail. This is a Stan Wilson non-flipper flipper. And this is the first time I'm actually holding one of these. And to see this and this kind of like next to each other is quite funny. I'm so close, yet so far. I'm at least like 20, 30 grand behind. I don't know. These are fairly expensive. I think I've seen these for like 3 or 4 grand. So they're probably out there. I'll probably be able to get one at a decent price. These start at like 8 to 10 grand for an older one, maybe a used one or something of that nature. And I've seen them go up well past 20 grand. Yeah, I really want one of these. This one is actually a perfect example of what I actually would want. Yeah, I don't really need Damascus on a knife like this. I would prefer it not, because I would prefer to use it and cut it on things and, you know, use it as a knife. But man, what a gorgeous knife. Now, I haven't opened it yet, you may have noticed, because this thing, from every like video that I've ever seen, everybody says you're gonna goof it up first few times you open and close it. We're gonna do that live on camera, but I am definitely gonna try and see. So what's interesting about this knife, why I always wanted one, is because, believe it or not, it's really a backlock is all. But it's got a lot more to it. It's got a pin and a swivel design that is somewhat spring-loaded, I think, on the bolster. So this invisible bolster right here is actually a flipper tab. And he did that right there. So what you do is you flip the knife with one. Haha, see? Yeah, everybody misfires it the first time. So, yeah, you got to get used to that. Let's see. There we go. Ta-da! That is a weird feeling. And then I do know that I believe, I don't know if you roll this down or push forward, and then there's a lock release to close the knife. Man, that's interesting. Look at how beautiful this knife is. Just the lines, everything. I don't know. I've always wanted one of these really, really bad. So it's kind of cool. It's like meeting your hero for the first time. Let's see if I can remember watching how somebody did it. I just don't want to put my finger in the path of the blade when it closes, because that would hurt really bad. Wow, look at that. It's all jeweled behind there. That's neat. Okay, so, and again, I'm kind of trying to be careful because I don't want to do anything to this knife whatsoever. So it is, so you got to pull back on this actually quite hard, and it actually is a release. So that being said, we should be able to see it when it springs forward. So it doesn't take much. Oh, I see. I'm an idiot. And then it'll close. That's kind of cool. It feels great in the hand. Some people actually have said that it's a little over thick and all that good stuff. I disagree, man. I mean, you can see my hand fits perfectly on this guy. This is a great knife. Look at that hollow grind. Let's take a peek around this knife and just enjoy it. So we got a nice satin finish on this. It's almost darkened, which is nice. Beautiful grinds. Comes really, really nice and thin. It's almost hard to see, but right about here it gets really thin, which is nice. Beautiful, nice, smooth swedge. Nice drop point, kind of like an exaggerated spear point design, which I love. You got Timascus bolsters. You got Timascus clip. And it is just beautiful. And here we have shred carbon fiber, which is really cool. I'm not usually a fan of shred carbon fiber too much, but this one is really nice. It's got some texture to it. It's pretty smooth overall. And then there's the clip right there. Clip's got some spring to it, but feels pretty stiff. And you got a matching Timascus pivot, which looks like it's been cut out of that actual piece of Timascus. So that's a really interesting little extra touch that they put on there. This is a beautiful knife. Probably way out of my budget, to be honest with you. But I do love me a non-flipper flipper. Took me a little bit to get used to it. But I think the way that I would handle it, yeah. Now I think you got to wrist flick it a little bit to give it a little inertia. And then to close it, I like to use my thumb and then help it along. Yep. Let's see if we can. So obviously it's very easy to be a lefty or a righty with this knife, which I like. See that again. Gorgeous knife. The action is good. Keep in mind this is a back lock, so you're always going to have a little spring of the lock right at the close. What a beautiful knife. Thank you, Dirk, man. This is really, really cool. I really appreciate you sending this beautiful knife out. These are really expensive, so maybe one day, I don't know, sell half or the whole collection and get a couple of these. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. I know it was kind of long and drawn out. Big shout out to Dirk, man. I really appreciate you sending me my 2 grails right next to each other. I mean, come on. How cool is that? Yeah. So anyways, guys, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. What is your grail? You guys let me know. Have you guys met your hero yet? What do you guys think? I'm going to do a more detailed video on this guy. We'll do actually, I will review my thoughts on it. I don't want to say I'm going to review the knife per se. You don't really review these. These are just like too expensive. And it's too subjective of a type of knife to really say you're going to review what's good and bad, you know? Yeah. And in the end, really, all knives are like that. So anyways, like I said, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments down below, hit that bell icon so you know when new content comes out and about, and I will see you all on the next one.